live. Hello, Greyhawk channel. Hello and good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the Greyhawk channel where we are here with Rise of the Dark Queen. Finally, the boys are here with their Dark Queen ready to play some awesome D&D. We'll see how it goes though. Switching from one DM to another. Let's see if I can make these boys cry anytime soon. I am your DM, NPC PK. We are going to go over with all of our players today, see who we are, who we're playing. You never know when these wily boys are going to roll a new character, so it's always good to keep a fresh memory on who's playing who. We're going to just go around real quick, and we'll start today with, honestly, I think the wiliest one when it comes to character sheets from what I've learned. Sean, hello.
Don't say that. No, it's just low-key. Hi. I'm Sean. You can find me as Geek Dice on Twitch and Discord, and on Twitter you can find me as D&D PvP. Loving this game. Today I am once again bringing to the fire a wood elf, blade singer wizard, and pirate captain. She is sure to guide this group a true path going forward.
Very excited. Also, it's not a secret. You're the only one who's had 2 characters so far, so you're officially the wiliest person of the team. Speaking of wily, but maybe not in the character sheet way, the more I'm terrified for the safety of all of my NPCs, our very good friend Lee.
Hello, I am Lee, otherwise known as Tanith First on Twitch and other things, Twitter. I play Grudge Bearer, the dwarf who likes to kill things. Why? Because he's slightly insane. No, he's completely insane. He likes to drink, he likes to hit people with Brian, his axe. And yes, Brian is the name of his axe. Why wouldn't it be? He will try to be reserved and ease our new DM in, or he might just go on a rampage and kill everyone. It's that sort of thing.
I have full expectations for a rampage, Lee. I expect nothing less. Also, naming your weapons human names is also very important because it has that same pet effect where you're like, yeah, I just rammed Brian into this person. It's great.
It's absolutely fine, and it's a normal thing.
Well,
That's what my therapist says.
I don't know, I was watching one of the episodes, and I don't remember what you said, but the way you were talking about the way you were gripping Brian made me very uncomfortable. So I'm excited for all of the future strange Brian moments. Next up on the list, the quiet, the mysterious, the leader of the group, therefore responsible for all of these boys' decisions, Wendell.
Oh, thanks, Bree. No stress. I am Wu-Tang Piglet on the Discord and all the social media. I am playing Lagavelin, the half-elf cleric of the god of magic. His name is Bakab, also known as the god of meh, because he's kind of the god of uncaringness.
Oh, I love Bakab.
Oh, I might live another day then. Yeah, other than that, I'm pretty boring. I got nothing.
He's got nothing. He's gonna be my tough egg to crack, but I'm still very excited. Okay. And last but not least, I think my easiest egg to crack, the one who lives up to respecting all authority figures, James.
Oh, the woes upon me for letting my DM see my sheet, my backstory. Avatar of Wrath, I played Dan Loire, the fun-loving, bungling swashbuckler of the group. Hopefully I can find some way to muck things up here really quick and give us a chance at making it through, with a little laugh, hopefully.
Oh, yes. Laughs are very important, and I'm sure you will make us laugh aplenty. I'm so excited. We're going to go over sponsors real quick, and then I actually believe we've convinced Avatar to do our recap this week, so I'm very excited for that. First and foremost, I always like to thank our Twitch subscribers and Patreon supporters. As you know, this is the Greyhawk channel's Patreon game. These are our top tier supporters. If it wasn't for these boys, I would not be here right now. I would not be here any week, and honestly, I don't think anyone would. The support from everyone who donates bits, subscribes to Twitch, becomes a Patreon supporter. We're so grateful for all of you. So grateful, in fact, that we do offer some special discount codes for you. We have special discounts for the Mistress of Maps, Devin Rue, over at ruing.com. If you love her cartography, you can get that on just about any merchandise. You can see a lot of really exciting things. Looks like Mortybot isn't working, so I'll have to go through and fix that during the recap. Love it. We also have special discount codes for Cantrip Candles, the RPG-based candle company. If you want your dungeons to smell like your dragons and your dragons to smell like your elves, it's definitely the right candle company to go with. Very good, very good. We are playing today on Roll20.net, official sponsor of the Greyhawk channel. It is a free web-based RPG system. You can play just about any TTRPG online with friends all over the world. Video options, calling options. You can upload your own maps, import your own music, and it is entirely free. And it's a wonderful system. Very grateful to have them supporting our channel. Speaking of uploading our own maps, we do have the wonderful. Thank you.
So looking forward to a new chapter for the Black Sheep. Have a blast with Bree at the helm.
So excited. Thank you so much. 18 months, Buck Wild. Again, thank you to all of our Twitch subscribers. So grateful. Very good. Our maps today, you will see some really awesome, really epic ones, and those come from our Battle Maps sponsor, Heroic Maps, with over 400 maps available online at DriveThruRPG. If you want to make your players anxious, sad, scared, a little hopeful, or absolutely downright terrified, I recommend using those maps. They're so artistic and beautiful, and they really put our players through the ringer, which is my favorite. If playing online is not more your speed and you like to sling some dice at home, I recommend going to tabletoploot.com, our longest sponsor of the channel. Always been supportive, a great company, wonderful people, amazing dice. You can use coupon code Greyhawk, capital G, capital H, and get 15% off your entire purchase. Very excited and very grateful for all of our sponsors. I think that's everyone, but knowing me, I forgot something. But it doesn't matter, because we're going into the game. And if I can make this very important audio work. Let's see. Because, well, oh, maybe. The boys have something on their channel that we don't have for my games. A very wonderful audio from a very wonderful rogue. Let's see.
Welcome to the rise of the Dark Queen.
Alright. Believe that worked through. I could listen to Ellie's voice all day. It's truly a gift, truly a treasure. Alright. And without further ado, James, Avatar, it's all on you, buddy. You said you'd do it, and now you're stuck doing it.
Well, we've just returned from our daring excursion being led by Captain Lagavulin to the Sunken Isles, where we were sent by our Dark Queen to retrieve a book. Unbeknown to us, this book has been under the guardianship and care of one being known as Uglato, a very ancient and old being of endless time. The Black Sheep had to battle their wits, which we are very short of, against this entity from before time, master of the depths and the seas, with its Suhagan armies. We successfully talked our way into its lair after having a little assistance from Brian and Grudge. We were able to eventually retrieve the stone chest that had the book protected within that our queen sought. And while we were exploring and preparing to leave, Fire was able to steal 4 magical tombs from the library, from the shelves' protection. And Grudge and Danloir both encountered rooms separately that had great treasure and wealth equaling to the amount that we stole from the High Priest Reservoir in the Temple of the Old One, the Temple of Shatragoth. And so looking at over double the treasure and not being able to take any of it, our team has retreated back to the ship and having called on Vishara with not only the book, but having defeated Uglata, turned him into a goldfish. We have released our 2 bags of holding now, returned successfully from our second mission sent out by the Dark Queen, and now perhaps head towards Iron Gate to tend towards other business, more personal business.
Revenge.
The business of a grudge, if you would.
A long held grudge, yes. And as you stand upon this ship now, 2 bags of holding lighter. I know I asked you before we went live, but I would like you to let chat know, what have you lost in these bags of holding? As you sent them through the portal to the Dark Queen. What is she going to find in your bags of holding?
Dirty underwear.
Always.
A very angry aboleth.
Angry Aboleth.
Very. A couple of dead bodies. Some nice priest armor that we took off a certain high priest of Uglato that Grudge may have inadvertently killed.
Did you just keep his clothes?
Yeah, we only kept his clothes. He was weird, so we just stripped him, stuck everything in the bag. So that's all gone as well. Soft toilet paper, of course.
The artisan kind, right?
Oh yeah. And I don't think we left any. Oh, yeah, and about 200 gold pieces,
Okay.
which Grudge is not happy about.
Probably the most heartbreaking thing for Grudge. Alright, so minus some undies, some gold, and a few corpses. Not too bad, not too bad.
Mm.
Not too much loss. And as you see... Oh?
And the eye of a kraken.
Ooh.
Mm.
That's one sad loss. I'm sure you'll get it back. The Dark Queen seems very friendly, very understanding, very willing to work with you boys. And now, girl. All right. And as you stand upon the ship's edge, the boat begins to rock as the isle begins to sink below the surface. You are left alone after surviving a very strange and harrowing journey. Hopefully one that you'll be paid handsomely for. But from your experience with the Dark Queen, you never know when the reward will come, when she'll reach out to you, or when she'll actually give a shit. So you are left sitting at sea as an isle sinks before you. And as it disappears into the waves and the ship rocks one more solid time as it submerges, the distance behind it, you see 3 vessels heading your way.
Ah, crap. Fire?
Captain, there's ships. There's ships following us. Let's put 2.
Are they following us, or are they simply headed in our direction, my dear?
Assume the worst. I don't think these are friendly waters. Last time I traveled here, it was unpleasant.
Well, you're a captain of a ship, aren't you? Go, captain.
Yes. Use the fan. We could use a little more wind.
Yeah. Very good. Jolly good idea. With that, Lagavelin pulls out a seemingly harmless-looking hand fan that he received from the Dark Queen herself. And as he slowly opens it up, it seems to grow in size, breaking certain laws of physics.
Usually.
A wild design plays across it. And he sits back on the deck and slowly fans the sails.
And as you fan these sails,
I was kind of hoping you'd take it from there, but okay.
come on! No! You cannot get very descriptive as you fan the sails. I'm not saying I'm not going to do all this description for you. I want to hear what I want to hear what you see.
Okay, all right. I can play that game. All right. And the crew, although they've been on the seas and are quite experienced, are kind of struck in awe, not having this much experience, being this close to such powerful magic. And you can hear the flap of the sails. The canvas almost sounds like it's ripping as it catches a full force wind billowing out, and the sails have the nice, luscious curves of a well-maintained woman. The wood starts to creak and groan, anticipating the full thrust of this wind, and it starts to cut through the waves of the ocean. Before we know it, there's little dolphins riding on the bow of the ship. Dan Loire is up on the bow of the ship, his white shirt unstrung, the wind blowing through his hair, and he's screaming something about "I'm king of the world," and that's a Titanic reference, kids.
All right, I'm not that young, okay? I've never seen Titanic, but I know the reference.
Oh God! Okay,
I'm not gonna watch a 3-hour movie. That's gonna make me cry in the end.
Oh, just watch like the first half hour. But anyway, and the ships, although we believe them to be enemies, or at least hostile, seem to disappear in the distance. Little tiny specks.
Perfect.
Excellent. Very good.
Solus has just given us some bits, which is
see
nice.
that.
Thanks, Bode. But it hasn't shown up on Divine Favor.
Oh, thanks, Solus.
It has put us quite literally right at Divine Favor today. So I am going to roll 1d4. Sean, you will be 1. We'll make James 2. We'll make Woo 3. We'll make Lee 4. Remember your numbers, boys, because I won't. I've already forgotten.
Who? Where?
2 is you, James. James.
Woo. Oh, he needs all the Divine Favor he can get.
Honestly, I was thinking that too.
And I burned mine last time.
Let's see. What great god is helping you today? Dan Loire.
Let's see. And Dan Loire's in transition. He's actually going from being a follower of Nerul, and he is shifting over towards. Uh-oh.
A two. I know what that is. I've done this Divine Favor thing once or twice.
Divine Intervention, is it?
It's Supreme Fortune.
Fortune.
1 reroll on any single to hit, ability check, or saving throw. I don't think you'd even need that one.
Oh, I definitely need it.
It's more than fine. Thank you so much, Solace, for that. Dan Loire will be appreciative of you when I am tormenting and torturing him.
Thank you, Solus.
All right, and you do begin to make it out to sea farther and farther, out close to the exit of Raymore Bay, attempting to free yourself from potential harmful enemies, reaching the Sea of Gearnet. But as you do, it seems that 3 ships are headed your way from directly head on. Are they the same ships? They look pretty similar.
No, it couldn't be. Wait a second. What is that flag? Give me that spyglass. Come here, bosun.
Right, you are, Captain.
Bring up a spyglass from the bosun and take a look. Try to see what kind of flags are on these vessels.
They are, depending on your personal affiliation, Maybe a good sign? Maybe a bad sign.
I see.
It seems to be the official fleet of Nyrond. And as you zoom into the main ship, it seems a little bit nicer than the other two. Perhaps someone of great importance, at least in their own mind.
Lagavulin, it looks like it's the royal fleet of Nyrond, and perhaps that might be the command vessel there.
Oh, the Admiralty's out and about. How delightful.
Do we kill him?
Oh,
Okay.
I don't think so. No. Very good. Oh, they're allies. Don't mention the Queen, or we won't be allies.
Oh, come on. Everyone likes a good queen. Everyone adores a good queen, and you have the best of queens.
Good queen. She rewards us well.
Oh, I think she's pretty good, but maybe I'm just biased. And as these three ships slowly approach, you still can't tell if it's the same ships or not, but you've decided not to question it. They should be allies. Should be.
Grudgy's gonna make sure that all the crossbows and the scorpions are loaded, just in case.
Yep, and we're of course flying the trade colors of the Free City of Greyhawk, and probably showing our other flags as well to show our affiliation with some obscure trade organization, but very clearly we're tradesmen.
Yes.
Tradesmen.
No vile signs of the Dark Queen on this ship. Just simple,
Nope.
innocent tradesmen.
No, but simple sea folk in full armor.
In full armor. Very innocent boys loading crossbows.
Yeah, just giving a bit of fishing.
Hey, you never know what's in this water, especially you. But as the Admiral ship takes your side, a man says, "Drop anchor. Stay right where you are."
Oh, and who are you?
Grudge, dear,
What?
hush.
Yes, boss.
Lagavulin looks over to Fire, motions with a hand. I believe this is...
Issue orders to lower sails. I think there's probably signs, from international flags and what have you, that, signs that they give between vessels to warn us of, hey, we're approaching and all stop and that kind of thing. So seeing that coming and seeing the veritable threat of armed warships, and I guess as they get closer, we can see they're probably fully armed, right?
Oh yes, these are official ships. These are not simple trade ships. They are not traveling ships. These are ships of the naval army of Nyrond.
Everybody keep your cool. This is not a big deal. They'll come aboard, they'll inspect, they'll look at our what we're taking to to the trade outpost. No big deal. Lower the sails. And I think we're shallow enough waters. Drop the anchor.
Definitely in shallow enough waters. You can see land very clear to your northern side. And as you drop anchor, the ship begins to board. A small crew of soldiers approach, quickly standing at least 2 to each of you.
Only 2.
Listen, Grudge. Not everyone knows the strength of your good friend Brian.
Thirsts.
Oh gosh, don't start sniffing my soldiers. It's too early. It's too early to start sniffing my soldiers. But
Grudge has just gone through a really traumatic thing. He was made the play pet of Ugato.
hey, it's good to be wanted. It's good to be loved. He should be grateful that he was so well wanted.
It's not like we left him behind. We went back for him eventually.
Hey, yeah, I mean, your friends came to save you. You should be grateful, not traumatized. Duh. And as these guards begin to take ship, another small group of guards from this ship begin to go immediately to the below decks as a man different from the others. Whereas these soldiers look young, spry, no older than 24 humans, an older man walks on. Slightly plump. You can see the muscles, but you can also see the weight of someone who's been happily in charge. Hair white and a fancy hat with more than one feather.
So I imagine this might be like a military regalia, some uniform.
It is. Whereas the boys who have approached seem young, seem not quite as experienced, wearing simple colors, simple garb. The fleet admiral, as he approaches your ships, is all bells and whistles. Tassels from his shoulders, a sharp red coat, gloves that go over his coat into frills. He has a long rapier to his side with gilded golden gems. You see a spyglass, his hat curved around, made of what seems to be silk. 3 or 4 feathers of birds you've probably never seen before, rainbow in color, strange and exotic.
So seeing him, spying him, entering, coming onto the... I motion for Bosun to take the wheel, to take the helm, and I make my way down from that place on the ship down to where this officer is coming aboard. Do I recognize him? I have many years at sea on various vessels. Is he an important soul that I would know? I've traveled all through the Azure Sea.
I believe that with Nairon's use of the sea in trade, in battle, in war, you may not have met him in the past, but you definitely know who this man is. He is well spoken of. He has been commanding the fleet for many years. He is cunning, he's intelligent, and he's been able to lead and keep Nairon in one piece for all of these years, through all of the conflicts. His name is the Fleet Admiral Hugh Garnd, and I'll put that in our private chat.
Nice. Admiral, well met, and welcome to the Green Turtle, a meager trade vessel out of Greyhawk. How may we help you this day? Please, your men are welcome here.
Well, politeness is a surprise. I was expecting the violence immediately.
Oh, not at all. Why?
Because it's not very often that a mysterious island rises from the sea outside of my cities, my land, and one small trade vessel approaches it. And then when the island seems to disappear, the boat attempts to disappear.
Yeah, a prophecy brought us here. I didn't believe it at first, but we've heard of this, the Sunken Isle. It seemed a dangerous place, so we didn't venture too far within.
And this prophecy? What did it speak of?
Of an island that disappears and comes and goes. And indeed, it appeared.
Indeed, it appeared. In my land. Who did you hear this prophecy from, girl?
Yeah, actually, it's lore we've heard from a researcher in Greyhawk, one of my friends. a gnome wizard.
Excellent. And with that, can you roll me a deception?
Yes. It's kind of the truth. Worm researched it, right? No?
I watched the episode. I know exactly who told you. You can't fool me.
Okay. That actually should have been normal, would have been a 10.
Oh, bye, everybody.
We're off to prison.
As you say that, he lowers his eyes at you. This man stands about 6'5". He's big. He's a little beefy. Probably not too skilled with a sword, but excellent at leading. Now please tell me, what is below deck of the Green Turtle?
Trade goods. We're on our way from Greyhawk to, what's the name of the place we're going, guys? Iron Gate. And I'll trade goods. There's some, of course, the lands north and the Flanass Ferndy is great. It's very fertile lands. And there's some great ales and some hops. They trade very well at Iron Gate. So, as your men will see, much of what we carry is of that nature. Indeed, that's the truth.
And he nods. Well, this whole prophecy story sounds well, good, and interesting. But I simply cannot let you leave with this information alone. I feel like there's more to the story. I will not arrest you here today. While you all seem questionable, you have technically not broken any laws that I can prove yet. So I invite you to make haste to the docks. We can lead you there, and you will not return to sea until my investigation is complete. Because it's either your head or mine, and if we can do this amicably, perhaps it will be nobody's.
I see. Well, of course, this journey that we're going on is important and is pressing. Some of my passengers really, they're concerned. Perhaps we can send them on their way or something. And I look over to Grudge in a Pendulum.
Grudge basically has his hand on Brian, and he's staring at these two young pups next to him, growling.
No.
Yes, I see. You have big, strong, angry men ready to go on their journey, make their coin, drink at Iron Gate. But unless you want the entire fleet of Nyrond on your tail, let me put you up in the tavern for a night or two while we investigate your ship and this island. If it turns out to be one of the strange magics of this world, we'll set you free, nothing to worry about.
Fine. Grudge is not happy and makes it blatantly clear that he would much rather just kill them all. But the boss has said no, so fine.
Honestly,
Grudge removes his hands, places them up in the air, says, "We could do with some short leave."
it'll be fine. No one will come to harass you or bother you. We will set you up in the nice inn while we inspect. Don't go too far out of Nyrond. Well, I'm sure you won't without your ship, but you never know these days.
Grudge passes Pendulum and whispers to him, "We can always kill him while he's trying to talk to us in the pub."
Are you trying to say that quietly? Roll me a stealth if you would like.
All right.
I just want to say that I really did enjoy playing this game for as long as I've had the opportunity to.
Gosh, it's about to be every week. Let's see how sneaky Grudge is. Is Grudge good at keeping secrets? Grudge is very good at keeping secrets. And as you whisper this to your companions, the man just nods. I'll keep a few men on your board, and we will lead you to Uldred.
Understood, Admiral.
And as he gets off, all but 3 men also leave. And these men aren't quite really men. Boys between 19 and 21. And they all look nervously at Grudge, but make their posts on all ends of the ship. All eyeing Grudge specifically, very nervously, every few minutes, trying to keep constant eyes to where that dwarf is.
Grudge walks up to one and goes, "Woof, that's my dog impression. Woof, woof, that's my other one."
And at the first woof, he flinches. A scrawny boy, facial hair just kind of growing in patches in the lower part of his chin and up on the top of his cheek. This boy will never grow a beard, it is clear. And he kind of scrunches up, quite scrawny, puts his hand on his small rapier.
You carry one of those things. Yes. They're good for picking your teeth.
Don't talk down to me. I am a member of the Nyrond Naval Fleet.
Woof. Grudge walks past him and continues on.
Look, Avalon, we just have to keep this cool.
Lagavlin agrees completely. No, I'm in no worry. You are the captain of this ship, are you not?
I can speak for this ship, but anything else?
Don't let Grudge get out of hand. He'll get us all killed.
Oh, I see. Is that the way it is, Gavlin?
Well, as long as those other ships are around, yes.
All of you better keep your story straight. That's all I can say. Say as little as possible.
Lagavlin goes to the bow of the ship near one of the young guards, sits down next to him, and starts chatting with him, politely, as though they were friends.
This one is a little older, a little bit more refined muscle. You can see the tan on his face and arms. Not quite like he's been on a ship all day, but rather he spent most of his life on a farm. He seems much more relaxed. He's kind of leaning against the side of the ship. And as you sit by him, he seems polite enough. We're not really worried. I mean, this is obviously just a trade vessel, but...
Indeed.
You know, royalty. And he rolls his eyes.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
That's okay, though. The inn, the tavern, always has beautiful women and beautiful drink, so...
No, delightful. McGavlin pulls out his hand fan and starts fanning himself. Looks over at the guard, fans him a little bit to be playful, and then fans himself again.
And he does chuckle, very relaxed. You can tell he's not carrying any weapons on him. His clothes seem particularly thin. Instead of wearing any form of military regalia, he is simply wearing a cotton tunic and the pants.
I smell monk.
I call dibs.
Hey, my regression is fine. You leave me alone.
And as dibs are called, you are pulled deeper into the Raymore Bay. Crossing over where the isle once was, and even peering over the side of the sea, it is nowhere to be found. You are not deep in sea, and with the build of the isle, you should be able to see it clearly. But it is nowhere to be found. No strange sea creatures, no tentacles. It looks just like any other open water. And as they pull you into the docks, I will pull you into the docks.
So, Bree, which port are we being pulled into?
You are being pulled into Oldred of Nyrond.
Ooh.
And you can load your tokens in towards the bottom.
The bottom?
Yeah,
No, I say.
it's the secret. Y'all are bottoms now. And as you make landfall here, you could see the city well enough as you approached. Not very large, a few thousand people. Nothing like the city of Greyhawk or many cities you've seen. Pretty simple, but very bustling. There are multiple ships, multiple crews running through. Lots of stonework, hardy wood that seems to have been replaced and refinished over and over. It is a well cared for city. The Admiral waits for you. A gnomish sailor speaks to a woman far larger than any woman you have ever seen before, bald-headed. You see dwarves walking, elves walking. See hardened folks.
So where's this pub then?
Admiral.
The pub. The inn. The Inn of the Bards here. We'll send you there. The drinks are good. It's close, and I don't think you can break anything.
You don't know us very well.
He stares at you straight-faced while you chuckle. They call her the Siren's Song. It's directly north of here. You can't miss it. Listen for the music. And please, please, don't make me regret not arresting you.
Grudge suddenly bows to him in a courtly fashion. As you wish, my lord.
Admiral Bosun Toms has the helm. Has here at dock. Anything that you need, he's at your disposal.
Thank you. With your cooperation, this should take no more than 48 hours. God's willing.
Is there anything we needed to secure below decks before they start messing with the ship?
I think we would have this conversation as we sailed and come into port, and any personal possessions that need to be secured. I think each character would take care of that. I don't think that's a big deal. We knew all along that we would be subject to, inspection. We always planned to have this cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're a smart group. You make some interesting decisions, but as a whole, you're one smart group. It's the only reason you survived this long. The young boy with the simple tunic kind of waves his arms and starts to lead you towards the market. Is there anything you would like to do here before I take you?
Boss, do we need any supplies?
Oh my. I don't think so. Anyone? Anyone other than 2 bags of holding?
Love to get them back someday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great if we had the stuff.
Yes. Oh well. Come.
So, just out of curiosity, boss, your ring isn't itching, is it?
You mean this one? Yeah. It's itching all the time.
Really well.
An itchy finger. That's all we can say.
No comment.
Igwell's up to the 3rd knuckle looking for some fun.
God.
So, come, let us be merchants. And we carry on as that young seaman ordered us to, quietly.
I'm not going there.
Young,
I'm not going
handsome
there.
seaman
Full of semen.
saunters ahead, sashaying away, as you might say. Also, thank you, Solace, for the cheers. Thank you for the bits. We
Yes.
appreciate it a whole bit.
Thanks,
Yes,
Solace.
mate.
You know
Thank
we
you,
love
Solace.
you.
Grudgy's drawn to the very, very tall lady.
Oh, and she is tall. She is muscular. Her biceps almost seem like half of your body at least. You know this woman could probably pick you up and chuck you 40 feet without a question.
He turns to fire and says, I always fancied a bit of mountain climbing, you know.
She looks down to you, and you come. How tall are you?
4'4".
You come right about to her belly button. And she looks down to you. And her large hands, which could just simply cover your entire head, do just that. And she pats your head and goes, "You're a cute one."
Oh, Grudge is now speaking in tongues.
Huh.
He's a cunning linguist.
She chuckles. She throws her head back, and the tattoos on her face and neck expose under her collar from a mixture of battle scars and tribal tattoos in colors of red and brown, intertwining. She looks back down and smiles, goes, "Be on your way, or I'll keep you here all night."
Oh, if only. Continue on.
And you continue on. As you... Oh, I heard a breath. A breath of, "I'm going to speak."
Actually, yeah. Lagavelin will run up to the young, hard body seaman that was waving us forward and says, "You've been around the block, my dear. Is it all right if Grudge... He's been at sea a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Can he...
Partake?
Do you mind if his ship enters port for a while?"
Wait,
And Lagavelin points to the tall woman.
just don't kill anyone. That's on him, my dear. I mean, he could take her back to the tavern if she's interested, but gotta get her permission for that one.
Oh, he's... Bunk.
Oh, Grudge. Heave to.
Oh, you're not kidding me. You've got to be... Oh, what? Thanks, boss. Grudge is jumping up and down in front of the large ladies, waving his hands again. I've got a room! I've got a room!
She laughs. "Well, if that's the case..." And she's going to pick you up.
Giggity.
And she is legs far longer than all of you combined, quickly steps forward and past all of you towards the siren's song. It's easy to follow when an 8.5-foot woman walks that way, walks in the direction of where you were going. It's easy to follow her.
Especially with Grudge crooning like a walrus being tickled under its armpit.
Oh. Yes, the noises we will not go into detail. Trust me, I'm not. It's too early for that.
True.
Grudge, you were taken into the town, carried by a very powerful woman. Past playing children, villagers. As you go more into town, it seems far less like a village of seafaring folk. These folks seem very calm and very simple, just living their lives. She brings you into a tavern full of music. Questionable about how good it is, but you don't care how good anything is right now. Shortly behind you is the young seaman, who you can call Kai. Follows behind you and slips a piece of paper to the bartender. She looks at it, looks at the giant woman, looks at Grudge. Down the hall to the left. Up the stairs, down the hall to the left. And we will fade to black for Grudge for a while. Unless there's anything you would like to say or do before I take you to the bedroom?
No. I'm quite fine where I am.
You hear like the Sims lovemaking music, the ooh.
Oh dear. You know me so well.
And as hastily Grudge is being led into the tavern, you can all follow behind Kai into this space right here on your maps, into the tavern. Unless you don't follow into the tavern, the world is your oyster, so to speak. I can get a token for Kai.
Dancer, you saw that girl. She's so tall. Was she giantkin? She didn't seem to be an ogre. She was too pretty for that.
Have I ever encountered someone like that?
I would say that you have experienced giant women before, in whatever way you may deem fit for your character. The bone structure seems very similar to that of a giant woman. She's a lot smaller than the average giant, though, and some of her features do look very human. You're thinking perhaps half giant? Quarter giant? Definitely some giant bloodlines in there, though.
Giant something.
Oh, a giant something. All I can think is Futurama. Death by Snoo.
Snoo!
Oh.
It had to come out. It had to come out.
We could use someone like that on our ship. Strong arms, strong back.
Wow. I bet you she could, like, launch a steel shot, like, through a hole.
What was her name? Did you catch her name?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
We'll have to ask Grudge later. If he remembers.
Should we be trying to hurry them along so I can make my performance in Iron Gate?
Hey. The making of love with a beautiful...
You wouldn't want your performance rushed. Don't rush Grudge's performance.
Well, he's still got plenty of time for that.
Hey, I've been up there almost 2 minutes. That's...
Easy.
Hey, but you need some time to make a little
PG.
spoon.
That's right.
Oh, God.
Indeed, dwarves are extremely dangerous over short distances.
Welcome to Rise of the Dark Queen if you were just joining us today.
Oh, dear God.
It'll get a lot scarier in future episodes, but I want to have a good day with the boys, so... Grudge is having a good day with the girls.
Little spoon is going to stick. That's what we're calling grudge.
How dare you, sir?
All right. So while Grudge is busy, Kai has settled up to the bar with a glass of wine. This human bard plays a tune. You've definitely heard better tunes. Do you enter the tavern? Do you go and explore? You have at least 48 hours.
Enough.
Keep it low key. Dancer, be cool.
You want me to sing?
Yeah, if you're going to do it now, not later, before you drink.
It only happened that one time.
Oh,
Yeah, but what a time it was.
you can still smell it.
Well, at least go order me a drink while I'm warming up. And so Dancer's gonna go see if he can figure out what the song the guy's trying to butcher, and see if he can't make it a little bit better by singing.
It is a common tune of seafaring folks. If you've traveled by sea ever, it is a simple shanty, something.
Little.
Even if you don't know the words, it seems to be a simple enough beat to follow along. A 29 in performance. That is a powerful roll. Oh yeah. Whether you know the words or not, your voice is beautiful. It sings from the heavens. It is something this tavern has not probably heard a singer do. Perhaps. You never quite know who has been performing at this place, but you do know that everyone is absolutely enamored by you.
Barkeep, matron, a drink for my friend. I think he's just warming up.
Ooh, oh, of course. Oh, goodness, he's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
What do you have from Greyhawk? Do you have any, maybe Red Dragon brandy? That's probably popular around here.
Yes, I believe I have some in the back. Hold on one moment, please. And she runs.
Okay.
And she does return quickly.
Legavelin, what are you going to drink?
Legavelin will drink. He will just go for what passes as a house wine. Something not too heavy, just nice and easy. He's just going to get a lay of the land.
You get the same drink as Kai, as Fire gets some of her brandy.
Yeah, and another for my friend, the singer.
Oh, of course. Anything. And that one's on the house. Performance get free drink.
Oh, nice.
The girl upstairs has been drinking for days. The performer upstairs. I'm sure she'll love to hear this.
So I take a drink over to Dancer, and as he settles in, I sit back in a chair and cross my legs and relax.
And the performance seems to go very well. People begin to come down the stairs to watch you. Very intrigued, and a small crew starts to form. Even some folks from the outdoors make their way in to the sound of your voice, just peering in to see what they can find.
At that, Legavelin will ask the barkeep to give those who are peering in a free drink of the most common ale, just to get them in. And if he can, he'll just very easily, nonchalantly open up any windows or shutters so that Dan Loire's voice can carry out into the street.
And as you do, the bar begins to get very crowded. People are ordering drinks, they're dancing along, they're twirling along, humans, elves, dwarves, spinning and swirling, enjoying the music.
Legavelin will take 2 silver pieces and toss them towards the stage so that they bounce on the stage. just to get the idea across.
Yes, and copper and silver begin to be tossed. In that moment, though, as the money is falling and people are throwing their spare copper and silver, a woman walks down the stairs. An elven woman with short brown hair. Very elegant elven garb. Not armor, a dress. She makes her way down with a smile, squeezes her way through, and drops 5 gold at Dan Loire's feet.
Wow. Wowee. So his next song will be in Elvish.
Yes. Will you roll me another performance check as you've begun to drink?
Before he does that,
You're not going to ask me to do a performance check.
no, not in the
You
slightest.
don't need to do a performance check, Grudge. I'm sure that she'll take care of everything.
I will cast Enhance Ability on Dan Loire so that whatever ability he needs to use, such as Charisma, if he needs it, it'll give him an advantage.
Yes.
Nice.
Go. All right. You can roll your second performance check with advantage this time.
Oh!
Ooh, your friend loves you.
Oh, that's
And-
beautiful.
You sing this song in Elvish, and this young woman chuckles, seeming to know the song. And she actually begins to harmonize with you at a higher tone. Simple harmony, certain tones, keeping the tempo of the music. The crowd goes wild. The person playing the flute is able to keep in tempo with your sounds far easier than his own memory. And though it's still not quite as quality, he is in awe by the situation that he is having. Never has he probably ever performed with people of such magnitude. And the money keeps coming. With a pile of gold, more gold is dropped.
Golden shower.
It is a golden shower.
Oh,
I knew it.
Are you saying I should get up on the table and dance too?
If you would like to. At this point, you have made approximately 20 gold worth of.
Damn.
It is raining as this young elven woman sings along with you. And as this performance comes to a close, she rolls her shoulders. Well, that was fun. I'm going to get a drink now. Claps her hands together and goes to sit down at the bar. And she sits next to you, Fire.
Hello, dear. Very well done.
Well, thanks. I've performed in a few nicer places than this, but it's always nice to sit and see what the fuck everyone else is doing.
We're new in town, my friends and I. Very nice place. I guess you've been here a while.
Yes, I was told there'd be I could hire mercenaries here, but there's quite literally nothing here but a bunch of drunks and musicians, so I've just been waiting.
I see. Well, I've got some of my friends might be interested to talk to you. That guy right over there.
And do you gesture to
Legavlin.
Legavlin? Excellent. She leans over the bar, putting her arms kind of over past you and Kai, Hey! Hey, you! You! And she points in your direction.
My, yes, I'm right here. I'm not deaf.
Come here for a second. Come here, buddy. Come here, pal. Let me buy you a drink.
I'm sorry, but where I'm from, we buy women drinks.
That's fine. I don't pay for drinks very often, so I'm okay with not paying for them again.
Yes, how may I help you?
So your pretty friend here says that you're good at hired labor, so to speak.
Perhaps. LeGavlin takes a sip of his wine, looks at her suspiciously.
She kind of looks back at him suspiciously, wondering whether or not to trust him. Instinctively, she goes to a necklace around her neck. Playing with some charms, she kind of squints her eyes. Alright, let's just cut the shit, mate. I need to know. Are you capable to go out and do something dangerous for money?
Oh, most certainly.
Alright. Do you do this alone? Because this isn't really a fucking alone job. Trust me, or I would have already fucking done it. Can't seem to figure out how the right way to go about this is. So, first time I've hired a mercenary, but I've got money.
All right, what is it that you require?
There's a house north of here into some woods. Not too far into the woods. But there's something below it that I need collected. 2 boxes. All I need is 2 boxes.
Don't do that. That's really I'm English. Sticking your 2 fingers up like that is not nice.
Why? How do you count your fingers? Do you go like, I have 2 things?
No, do 2 things. That is the equivalent of doing that twice.
What? Why?
Because it
British.
means I've still got my fingers enough to pull my bow and kill you with it.
God. Extra as hell. Fucking the UK. I'm saying it here first.
Solis will back me up on that.
Need 2 boxes.
Grudge sort of crawls down the stairs, finds a small dark spot and goes to sleep in it.
LeGavlin looks at the woman and says, "Let us do this correctly. How shall I address you?"
Well, my friends call me Nilly. So
Really?
I guess you can call me Nilly if you want.
Really? Nail it. Really? Wow. Okay. All right.
Bolivar by any chance?
Perhaps a young woman, elvish. Perhaps recently elvish. Who knows?
Nice.
This is what we asked for, boys. It's about to go. All right.
It's all south from here, right?
It's about to get good if you've been watching the other games. Very good. Nilly, I am LeGavlin, but my friends call me Pendulum. What exactly do you want? How will you distinguish which house and what 2 boxes?
Well, I can draw you a small map, but it's literally the only fucking house there. It's probably full of blood, broken things, and maybe my brother's corpse. If you find that one too, I'll pay you extra to bury it. And then you need to find a way below the house, which I don't know how to get there. No one tells me anything. But I know there are 2 boxes down there. Only 2 boxes. And I need both of those boxes. Unopened in my hands.
And what's in the boxes?
I know an instrument in one. And the other box, I'm not entirely certain of, but it was important to be brought to me, and I was given 1,000 gold to pay you for it.
Okay.
And whose house is this? Who does it belong?
Well, it belonged to my parents until people broke in and killed my brother and tried to kill me when I was a child. And then we ran away. And it's been kind of just under the radar for the past few years.
Okay, so you want to draw a map? Grudge turns to the wall, rips off a poster that's got Calic the Lash on it, puts it down. Just draw it on that. Oof.
And she holds her hand out for some form of writing utensil. Come on, big boy. You've already gone this far.
Don't look at me. I'm not that kind of wizard.
Lagavulin will pull out a quill and ink.
Thank you, my smart and wise mercenary. Gosh, I should become a mercenary. Probably make me more money than fucking music. And she draws a simple map, not too far out of Uldred, into a small tree line. She's like, yeah, so the house is like in this region. I didn't leave the house much as a kid, and I ran out the back door, so I'm not quite sure how accurate this is, but it's pretty close.
How far away is it in hours? Because we're supposed to be talking to some bloke in this place.
Oh, God. I don't know, like 5, 6, max? 4, if you're quick? I don't know how fast you walk.
Walk? You're insane? There's got to be horses in this place.
Oh, God. You are bougie. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, run a horse. I don't care. It'll probably take you 2 hours. You do your work how you want to do it. I just have the money, and I need 2 boxes.
Boss, what do you think?
Oh, I see no reason why we shan't explore.
Okay. Just let me collect myself, and we can be away.
Oh, Grudge, what do we do about that one? And Lagavulin points towards the stage.
Oi, Danwa! Get your fucking ass over here, son!
Oh, the music boy is also... You know, it's always important to have a musician in the party. And she looks kind of forlorn for a second off to the distance.
And Dan Loire will go ahead and tip the flute player 2 gold. And then he wanders over to get another drink.
And as you walk over, the girl you perform with wraps an arm around you for a slight hug and lets you go. It's pretty damn good. I was impressed.
You're pretty good too. Might I have heard of you before?
Perhaps. You might have heard of my parents, or me. Who knows? My name is Nili Belivar. The noble house of the Belivars. Aren't you an elf?
He is half elf. I don't know how difficult of a DC that is, because I feel like in some ways they would travel in the same circles.
Yeah, I believe with the lifestyle that you live to be a pretty low DC when it comes to that. The Belivar family, you've heard of the 2 parents, 2 traveling minstrels, 2 half-elf minstrels of skill unlike anything else. The duet, a husband and wife, so talented. And there was always stories of the young daughter following in their footsteps. Beautiful, angry. The Belivar family is very famous. At least in the musical circle and in royalty circles of the elves, but...
I might have seen her play at the Green Dragon.
You've definitely seen one Nili Belivar drunkenly perform at the Green Dragon.
Really? Very cool.
Wasn't that you that night and you were singing that one song?
And that's the night that you threw up.
No. I have never thrown up drunk.
Not you,
Oh, okay.
Me.
of
You
course.
threw up
Daniel.
drunk. Oh, are you one of those sloppy ones?
I'm gonna just say it wasn't my fault. That was totally the hag's brew.
That's fair. I had a friend who drank a lot, but when you reach borderline cleric alcoholic, you kind of just stop worrying. So it becomes quite fine then.
Brooks looks up and down. If I was to mention the name Alessa,
How would you know what this is?
I said, how would you know who Elisa is?
yes, I seem to remember that. I seem to remember she kept on touching my head and saying my skull would look good.
This is a very good bones. These are good bones. I need this skull in my bag of holding. Just in case.
Strange girl.
Seems you've been having quite too many nightmares. Weird.
Yes.
You smell like sweat and sex. It makes me uncomfortable. You make me uncomfortable.
I smell of sweat and disappointment.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right. Okay. Grudge will pop out and start shouting, "We're gonna get a bloody horse!"
And as you walk out, the girl puts her head in her hands. God, I hope I picked the right ones to do this. Oh, my parents are going to kill me. They're not even really alive, and they're still going to fucking kill me. Alright, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. And
So,
you can
get some horses.
you can quite easily secure a horse. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in this tavern before they leave?
Visit the toilet.
You can visit the toilet. You can kind of clean up a little bit, take a quick nap. You know, you've already had your little cuddle sleep sesh. You're feeling really good, really refreshed.
Dwarves are the best cuddlers. I love you now. It's the beard.
Soft.
Soft and warm, soft and warm.
It's the beard. It just wraps around you.
What a weird thought. All right.
It's like spooning with a large sheep.
Switch over to some traveling clothes.
Excellent. And as we prepare for the final journey for this strange elven woman, this is where we are going to take our break. We are going to take a short break. Please don't go anywhere, and if you do, you'll regret it, because I'm sure I'm going to get these boys killed by the end of this episode. All right, see you in a few. Bye. And we are back. We are back. We are back. We've gotten our drinks. We've went to the bathroom. We've shaved our legs, and we've cried into our showers for just a moment. We're all ready. We're all prepared. While we were away, though, we all came to the collective decision that not only is Grudge not a little spoon, but rather a little ladle, and two, it's only fair that if he got to bring home such a marvelous woman, he should have one level of exhaustion.
That's the best.
Just wait till I start imposing double disadvantage.
Thank you. It's never happened in my 20s.
It was much easier a long time ago to hop back on the horse, literally, after a very fun time with a powerful woman. But then again, what is Grudge's... Realistically, how many giant women has Grudge interacted with? Oh, well then, you got this. You know exactly how this heals. You know what you gotta do. You gotta put ice in all the right places. It's fine.
I'll be fine. I've mounted this horse many times before. I've climbed that mountain.
You know, if we actually meet Grudge's wife in PC,
We can't look her in the face.
yeah, or actually we'll be surprised because we'll be like, wait a minute, she's like 4 foot.
No one knows what Grudge's wife is.
It's true.
No one knows that she's a dwarf.
Yeah.
A betrayer of the race. Oh,
There-
no wonder.
The only thing that you've ever seen is a small painted picture, and in it is just faces.
Love is love. Love is love, Wu-Tang. You never know what you're gonna see. Only time will tell when you're finally free to go to Iron Gate. But-
Iron Gate.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Right. And the flesh is weak, clearly.
It is now. Oof. Chafing.
The young girl Nilly is by no means a map maker. This is a difficult to read map. Who is in charge of handling said map?
Navigation.
Fire.
Fire, you turn it around and you turn it around and you turn it around. She's lucky she can sing because she definitely can't make a fucking map. If you could roll me a survival check with advantage though, because you've dealt with people who aren't very skilled in this work before.
How about my navigator tools? I bring out a sextant. I look at the
You
sky.
can definitely do that. You can do that, but you do get advantage because you are skilled in this. But boy, howdy, is this a bad map.
So you said disadvantage?
Advantage.
Oh, nice.
You get
Beautiful.
advantage for this one.
Beautiful.
It's not like you needed it. With a 25, you can kind of get a general understanding of what she was going for.
Is this an elf? I don't know.
She does have small stick elves by the house, small in size, standing outside of what looks like a strange rectangle. And these might be trees. Did she draw a sun in the background? Why did she draw a fucking sun? That doesn't help with the map making at all.
Well, that's north. Duh.
And you're able to follow this map into the woods. It doesn't seem very far. Also, for my sake, boys, in the private chat, will you all tell me what your character's alignment is? For reasons. I'm just curious. I love to know things. Oh, little ladle. Okay. And I will take you to the forest clearing, which I have also, I believe, made maps for.
Sweet.
And you can load yourself at the top right of the map. Right here.
You got good map, Bree.
Hey, you know, I once in a blue moon, I stay up way late at night and make maps. Rarely, but I do it. Was that an in-character belch, or was that just a...
Well, you know.
Yes and yes.
Okay. There's not a lot of trees here. You couldn't really call it a forest if you... I mean, you can call it a forest if you want to, but... She described it as having a lot more trees than it really does, but there is a single home by itself. You can see cobwebs forming over it, flower pots all around, with plants wilted, dissipating, a few petals, but it seems that years have gone by, where plants have overgrown, things have died, weeds grow now from these flower pots, a single window with a broken glass. You actually see the ash of flames, the flames from it. Perhaps something of fire related was once thrown into the building. There are birds, there are small mammals. It seems relatively peaceful.
Okay.
Should I sneak in, guys?
Yep.
Right behind you. Bring out my rapier. And I flick it with my wrist, and it lights a flame.
Love me a flame sword. Everyone loves a good flaming sword.
Grudge takes off his shield, straps it to his arm, takes out Brian, kisses it. We gotta get some fun on. And ignites Brian.
You ignite Brian. How many flaming weapons are in this game? Hi, my name is the new DM. I am the Dark Queen. How many flaming swords do we have here?
We have one flaming sword, one flaming axe. And the flaming axe is Brian. And the flaming sword is called... What was it now? Poke.
I think that's a spell, though, for fire.
No, it's a flaming sword.
Oh,
No,
is
it's
it?
a flame tongue. Yeah, flame tongue weapon.
Yep.
Oh, I just have a vicious rapier.
Yes, it's forever telling him how badly he dresses.
All right. Do you make your way to the small house sneakily?
Yes. Nicely done, sir.
Sneaky style. Sneaking.
Do you go alone?
I think we spread out a little bit. Move through the trees.
If I could have everyone roll me a stealth, I would appreciate it.
Oh, good lord, we're done for.
Well, I did quite well the last time. Sort of. Yep. Today stealth. Yeah, I got 20. There you go.
It's really good. Excellent. So you guys begin to make your way. Different directions, getting a good view of the house. Dan Loire, you sneaked the door quite easily. It is pushed open. You can find marks of large axes, perhaps, beaten against the door, breaks in it. When you peer in, there's stains of blood, broken chairs, old bed frames, broken glass. As the rest of the party begins to make a perimeter, Pendulum, Lagavulin. You feel something creep behind you.
Ah, crap.
Uh-oh.
Nice knowing you.
Yep.
Let's see, did it pop up? Oh, there we go. I love when it takes its time.
Ah!
What the
Fire.
frick?
From behind the trees, a presence is made known.
Oh. Is that a banshee?
It looks like a humanoid, covered, fully shrouded in black clothing, covering their face. Only their eyes can be seen. Eyes of red. Daggers pulled.
All right. With that being said, wow, I've only done this once before.
Oops, wrong button.
I will try to turn undead. Which shows you how often that happens. Oh, okay. All right. 30 feet. Any undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If it fails that saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute until it takes damage. A turned creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can.
As you use your holy magics in attempts to get these creatures away from you, the person in front of you chuckles.
Oh, man, I don't. Why do I even play a cleric?
The voice is of a woman. Good try, little boy. But right now, I'm going to have to kill you for coming here.
Lagavulin will scream ambush by the unholy undead.
Drow.
Is it drow?
You can't tell. Eyes are red. You see red face paint all over in the remaining areas. So it just looks like all red where the eyes are.
He doesn't know anything about elves.
I don't know anything about drow.
Well, that was a crap roll.
Hey, I love it.
So are we going into initiative tracker, boss?
I would love for an initiative roll.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
This sucks.
I'm so excited.
There's a song for that. I mean, I literally have no initiative bonus, and I rolled a 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did. It's really good. It's really, really good. My favorite thing that's happened this week.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Gonna get you a rod of alertness, buddy.
yeah. Goodness. It's okay. They didn't try to surprise attack you. They seem pretty confident, pretty skilled.
My rod's always alert.
Your rod should... I mean, your rod's probably pretty tired right now.
Wow. And Bree went there, everybody. Somebody clip that.
I will not let you boys beat me on this. I will go until the end of the world. I will fight you on this. 5 to rain cats, I'll rain cats. Speaking of cats, fire.
Yes, I see that. I see that I'm at the top of the initiative order. So moving silently through the bush with the flaming blade low at my side, stalking, looking about, knowing there must be something afoot. I guess suddenly I see. I would have almost been surprised, but no, there had to be something. With a sudden adjustment of my stance, I twirled the blade low and then high into a kata as I engage my blade song. That consumes my bonus action. And then I jump forward I just like fall into this enemy, not even knowing who they are, and slash and poke brutally with my blade twice.
Excellent.
Kick his ass, sea bass.
First poke is a 14.
First poke is a miss. You poke,
Second.
but this person slides off to the side, almost dancing with you.
This will not be.
Oh, it will not be a natural 20. Very, very good. Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
A 28 nat 20 does hit, believe it or not.
Alrighty. And with that, that would be a total of 16 and 17 is 33 points of damage as this flaming rapier pierces them and maybe in the chest.
Oh, yeah. Right below the heart, you make contact with the flame, and it burns away part of this armor, and you see swirling tattoo kind of show off to the side as it hisses back at you. That was your last hit.
In common. In Nelvin. In common. And then I shout out, "We're under attack." That's my turn.
Wonderful. And in return, this creature comes back at you with 2 spins of a short sword. Does a 21 hit?
It does not.
Does a 24 hit?
Maybe. Let me ask, what am I being attacked with? It's a dagger?
It's a short sword.
It's a short sword. And what is this enemy? What do I see when I look at this enemy? I'm judging my threat because I may respond.
It is a humanoid creature with face paint covering red. Skin seems quite dark from where you burned. But
Is it an elf?
you can't tell. If it is an elf, their ears have been taped back under a large hood.
Well, I'm extremely reluctant to take this blow. So, using my reaction, I cast shield. What that does is it boosts my armor class temporarily for this round by 5 points. And that makes that 24 a miss, as my armor class is now, for this round, is 27.
Excellent. I'm going to have to go through all of your character sheets. I don't know what Shane has given you all, but I'm going to have to up my game, aren't I?
Just a blade singer.
Yes.
We'll see what I got to do. We'll see what I do.
No, you were right when you called him out for his character in the beginning.
The other assassin, almost in tandem with his companion, makes 2 swings at Pendulum. And because you have not gone yet, has advantage on attack rolls.
And I'm probably not going to go till next season either, by the look of it.
And with advantage, the creature will have sneak attack.
Oh, this is going to suck.
Bottom.
Does a 25 hit?
Oh, absolutely. Right in myself, fleshy. Oh, poison too. Son of a. Oh, Jesus.
D9.
Ow.
Ep.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill you right now.
Uh-huh.
Does a 21 hit? Please ignore all of the critical damage. It does not do 100 damage, like 50 damage. It does close though. That is another 34 points of damage.
34 points of damage. All right.
And
Baby
then
Jesus.
14 sneak attack damage.
Okay. All right.
Oh wait, no. I lied.
Can only get sneak attack on one
It does.
attack.
Yeah, the 14. It does a flat 14 sneak attack damage for one of them.
Okay.
Excellent. Actually, I did lie to you. It did,
That's okay.
It does have advantage on its first turn with you, so it actually does do the critical. I didn't
Not a problem.
Didn't
Not
even
a problem.
think about that. So sorry, Wendell. Love you so much. Instead of the 34, you actually take, what, 34, 54, 60, what, 61 points of damage for that? Are you still standing?
Oh no, I'm dead. I gotta start taking death saves. I am negative 12 hit points.
Huh. We'll just drop you down to
Only go to
0.
0.
Do you make any
Damn.
cries out when you are struck?
Nope.
Help!
I took so much damage. That was just such a brutal amount of damage. Nah. No, I've got about 2 feet of steel that I'm choking on right now.
Dan Loire, are you into the building yet?
He had just started looking, so I'm wondering if I would have maybe heard
You would have,
battle starting.
you would have heard when he said that we are being attacked by an undead enemy, I believe.
That's
is what
right.
He said. And
Yep.
as you turn, you see your friend crumpled to the ground.
Oh, yeah. So Dan Loire comes over to come run this bitch through.
Run this bitch through.
Oh, I'm assuming 11 misses. Jesus.
No, it does not hit. You do have a reroll on it to hit, but you don't have to use it.
Hmm. You know what? I think I might as well go ahead because this is already going bad if Pendulum's already down. So I'm going to go ahead and take another swing at that.
That
Oh.
definitely hit. So that hit, you do hit with your vicious rip.
And that's going to be 25 total.
Excellent. Is there anything else you can do with your turn, my dear?
Shout pendulums down.
Yeah, and I don't think I have a healing potion. I'm just looking really quick. Yeah, I'm going to just shout out Pendulum's down, and he's going to try to cover him as much as he can so that they've got to get past me to hit him again.
It seems that with that pierce, all eyes are on you when it comes to this. But if that is the end of the turn, my dear, Grudge, directly ahead of you, a strange assassin, dancing blades with fire. In the distance, you hear the scream. Pendulum's down.
Grudge swears in Dwarvish, runs at this guy, and hacks at him with Brian.
Brian! What does Brian
Hey.
do?
Oh, let's have a look.
Ooh.
25 hit.
Brian hits! Brian hits hard.
Brian hits for 17 points of damage.
Excellent.
Brian's second hit. 14.
Brian's second hit does not hit.
Okay, let me just have a look. I'm going to use Action Surge and get another 2 attacks.
Beautiful.
Because I want this thing dead.
Fair. It is a fair assessment. 19 hits.
19. Okay, that does an extra 15 damage.
Okay. And you do not even have to make that final roll.
Hmm.
You have successfully taken out this creature. Can you please describe to me how you cleave this creature? with Brian.
As he rolls into the creature, he reaches out, grabs it by the hood, drags its head back, and shouts at it, "You shouldn't hit friends of mine." Takes its head off.
And gore covers you. Your beard is speckled with chunks of flesh, blood, fire. You manage to step back. You are quite lithe, very easily to move around. You watch as your new dwarven friend is just covered in the chunks of whatever enemy this is.
I use the shield spell to protect myself from the gore.
It's my emotional shield and my physical shield.
Grudge is just loving it. He's just screaming incoherently a dwarven battle taunt. That, as far as he's concerned, this guy was a pussy, and I'm going to kill the rest of yous.
And that pussy is down. God, I almost... don't worry about it. If that's the end of your turn, Lagavulin, I believe it is time for you to make a...
Save.
Yeah, about that. All right, here it comes.
Our favorite part of the game.
Yeah. Okay, there's one.
Here's one success. Very good. I think that brings it to the top of the turn order. So far, so good. Fire.
So what did we hear from the other side? Was there anything shouted?
I yelled out that the captain was down.
Okay, so I look about. Damn. And I turn and I dart towards the entrance of the building. And as I do, check my bullshit here. That's an action. Not going to worry about that. I'm just going to move. So with my Blade Song enabled, my movement is buffed from the regular 35 to a rate of 45. I'm not sure without a grid how much distance we've got.
You'll be able to make it. This is a very small home.
Okay. My intent is I come around the corner and I see my friends engaged down there. And I want to get in. I don't know if I can get into combat, but I want to get right up. I don't know if I can attack, but I want to get right up into the thick of things.
If the movement speed is what I
One
believe
move 45.
I believe you can get right to it and attack.
And attack. Okay. Sweet. Then I'm going to unleash twice with my rapier. First.
18 does hit.
Nice. 12 points with fire.
Excellent. Wonderful.
And second poke at 22
That also hits.
for 9 more, for a total of 21 points between 2 attacks.
Beautiful. And as you appear, slashing and dancing around Dan Noir, in common, this creature looks to you. How many of you are there?
Worry not. The last you will see, die.
Funny. And this swing is brought to you, Fire.
Miss.
And the second swing is brought to you, Dan Noir.
Miss.
Miss.
2 misses. The rage of your fallen companion by your side invokes a power within the two of you, very nimble, and are able to dodge these attacks. Dan Noir.
Hip to hip.
Let's see if I can land a hit over here.
You landed a hit.
Oh my goodness, with a 16. 26 total on the light side.
All right, Dan Noir. You have slain this enemy. Now, your vicious rapier is not quite as much violent as Grudge. So how do you slay the beast that nearly killed your captain. Or killed your captain, you're still not sure.
And as Grudge is very brutal and kind of a barrage, Dan Loire kind of just brings in his blade and kind of dances the tip around to gain her attention, and then plunges it straight through the throat, and just pins her like right to the ground as he just kind of sits there and watches like the light drain away from her eyes.
And she gargles as the blood begins to pool at the back of her mouth. She sputters but cannot cough as the windpipe is damaged. And before she can die of blood loss or lack of oxygen, she drowns on her own blood in a pool next to your fallen companion. We are now out of combat.
Ooh.
And with his foot, he will hold her body in place and pull out his rapier and clean off his blade with a handkerchief and go to attend Lagavulin.
Do you have a potion?
No, I don't have a potion.
Here, stuff something in that hole. Yeah.
Careful which hole.
Try to see if we stop the bleeding.
And we'll try to stabilize him as best as we can.
Check him for potions. He's got to have a potion here somewhere.
I feel like he probably does have a potion.
Pendulum, do you have a potion?
Checking that right now.
If not, I will need the boys to roll me medicine check.
Hold on here.
I'm desperate. I can't let him die.
Whatever. I don't trust Fire. She wants to be captain.
Well, so far, none of them are able to save you with their medicine checks.
He's bleeding too bad.
Ooh.
All right. Yeah. The 3 potions of healing that I don't have. Yeah, I got nothing.
All right.
One
Well,
for each of us.
with Dan Loire's 12, you can stabilize him
Ooh.
with his 1 successful death save on top of that 12. You were able to stabilize him well enough, but he's in pretty bad condition. Kind of in consciousness, kind of not. He can speak, but he will need to rest for at least a moment. There's no standing going on.
Give him a potion.
We don't have any.
He said he had 3.
I said, yeah, the 3 that I don't have.
Don't have.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought you were mocking us. So.
No, well, I am mocking you, but I still don't have them.
That might be something we try to buy in town on our way back.
Oh, God.
Grudge is going to drag this body and the head over to here.
The two
The rest of them.
very separate pieces of this.
Yeah, dump them down, look at Pendulum and go, okay.
Nobody's got a healing potion?
Negative. So while we're waiting for Pendulum to recover, let's look for clues of who our attackers were, or maybe who sent them.
Take the bindings off their faces.
You take the bindings off the faces. One is a drow. The man was a drow. The woman was a human.
This one's a dark elf for sure.
Grudge is pulling little bits of gristle underneath the head to try and make the ears do that.
And you can wobble the ears back and forth.
What? You guys got no sense of humor, have you? Oh dear.
Check out
Check
their
the
gear.
bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, look for any notes or any symbols they might have.
Their gear seems very plain in the sense that there are no markings, no discernible features. It's very dark, very well made, put together. But in the one that was burned by fire, you can see part of a tattoo on the male's chest.
What kind of tattoo? What kind of symbol is that? Do we recognize it?
If you remove the markings, you see a large spiral covering his chest.
Spiral. That kind of looks like what we saw at the tomb, right? The tomb of the Herald.
Yeah, but what sort of idiot would have that tattooed on him?
Unless it's it's a follower. It's like a minion, right?
Death cult.
I'm just going to do a history check.
I help him.
Okay,
Yeah.
you have advantage then. As you all
Okay.
put your heads together, while I'm guessing Pendulum takes this time as a short rest to get some of his HP back.
Absolutely.
Unless you want to go into this with 1 HP. 'Cause that's
No,
also
no,
fair.
no.
We comb his hair for him as he's kind of propped up against the side of the building.
Yeah.
Totally do some cure wounds and here we go.
You can definitely cure your wounds. Fortunately, now that you're conscious, you can heal yourself as well.
Yeah, that's definitely what we're going to do here.
Grudge. With the aid of your companions as you all sit and discuss this spiral, it does remind you of what you saw at the Tomb of the Herald. This looks like a great symbol of a great evil. It does not seem as it has been tattooed onto this person's body through means of inking and needlework. Rather, it seems to be something that has been bored through on a magical way. It seems that this person is a cultist and they are watching this house for a reason.
I haven't got any packs or anything. No notes.
No packs, no notes. The only thing you can find is a handful of rations. You don't know how long these people have been here, but if what the girl had told you at the bar rings true, this house has been abandoned for years. So they've been watching this home for years. Whether these or others. Who knows?
That or they knew somebody was coming. Maybe them watching her.
You gain 28 HP, Pendulum. And if you, so you're up to 29.
Yes.
Good to go.
Maybe burn some hit dice.
I mean, you can burn a hit dice or two if you'd like.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
I mean, you don't have to. It's totally fine by the DM. I did knock you out with like 70 HP of damage, so.
You did. You did indeed.
Is this for all of us, or we all take this short rest? Oh, good. That means I get me attack back.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a real good hit dice
All
roll.
slots.
What the? That is some.
I recommend you roll another one, mate.
Another couple. Got like
All
10
right.
of them.
Oh, God.
Damn your eyes, sir.
Let's see. Let's make sure that everyone in chat can see the rolls you're making right now. Okay, definitely. Very good. At least you can actually cure yourself well with your healing spells, because if not, boy, howdy.
Finally.
Pendulum, we don't know what we would do without you. Don't worry. We'll save you. Always. Always.
Boss, stick next to me. For God's sakes. Stop running off on your own. That's what I get paid for, remember?
Lagavulin doesn't say anything. He just groans a little bit and slowly stands to his feet with a wobble and pats Grudge on his head.
So, do we check inside then?
Sure, why not?
And you were able to go inside. The house is very small. It seems that it has been torn over time and time again. Papers strewn across the floor, broken vases, beds damaged, no more mattresses, just frames, broken tables, broken chairs, shelves falling across the wall. You see small child's toys, broken and damaged, covered in cobwebs and dust. Time has been wreaking havoc on this home. Seems at one point there was some form of wallpaper, dazzling flowers that have seen far, far long of age. Small burn marks by the window, and a very red stain, reddish brown from time ago. Blood seeped into the wood and dried.
Interesting. She said it was below ground, like it was a cellar, it was a basement. You see a hatch. You see a door. You see anything going to the lower level?
You see no hatches and no doors. At least not with a 10 perception.
Yeah.
Danloar's gonna look around and see if there's any secret catches, if maybe any of the floorboards are loose that he might be able to, move a couple, since he knows that who lived here previously.
Do you move things around?
Yeah, he'll go around and he'll just basically, starting from over here as he came in, he'll make his way around the room counterclockwise.
Okay. Will you roll me an investigation with advantage, please?
Yeah.
I give you advantage because I'm sure all of you are looking together. There is a lot of glass on this ground, Danloar, and as you peer around and try and sashay through, you don't seem to find anything of note.
I have my my inspiration token. Can I use that for one more roll?
You can make a reroll, yes.
Okay, I think this calls for it.
I say anything better than a 7.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You cut your hand on the glass. For 1 point of I rolled a nat 1 looking in a very small building.
Okay. Grudge is going to use stone cunning. Basically, what it means is I make a history check with my intelligence, but I get a proficiency bonus, a +4 to it, to see if I can find out if there's any secret rooms or anything that I can find.
Okay.
Oh, 16. So +4 on that, 20.
Excellent. So with a 20, you think about this. You don't know a lot about the elves, but you know that elves are pretty
Sneaky.
They're pretty sneaky. And they use a lot of magic when they build things. So you look into the stones carefully, looking for perhaps a lever, a switch, something. And behind the bed in the corner, right here, towards the bottom of the wall, you see a small indentation in the shape of a hand. No levers, no switches, just a small place. Maybe it almost looks like if it was cement, someone had pressed their hand in it, but you know it is not. This is a hard stone stacked, so something has been put here via magical purposes.
Put my hand there. Push.
Nothing happens.
Try an elf.
So fire had gone around the outside of the building, looking to see if there was an external cellar. She comes around to the side and she peers in the window and sees Grudge poking around there. You find something?
Yeah, there's a handprint here where it's tricky elven magic. I'm not good with that sort of stuff.
Oh, magic.
Yeah.
That's cool. Let me climb in the window here.
And with ease, you can climb into the window. The glass has been far broken. All of it cleared. Climb right on in.
I looked to the stone that he was pointing at and what he was fondling. Try to see, is there any writing or is there any ruins or...
It seems to be a very well-hidden piece from behind this bed. No writings, no ruins. Just a small indentation of a handprint.
there's definitely something here. Dancer, come over here. Take a look at this. And I look at it, and it's like, I'm not sure. I wonder if there's maybe a secret here. I really can't tell myself. I cast the detect magic.
Okay.
Is there anything magic here?
You sense a lot of magic.
Oh, holy
right
cow.
in this area, the actual handprint itself glows.
Whoa, there's something here. So I could see the aura. It's like, what school of magic is it?
I don't know.
Grudge has just gone outside. You hear a sickening thunk, and he comes back into the room with the drow's hand. Try that.
Oh, I don't think it.
Oh, wait a minute. It was the left one. Back in a sec. Dunk. There you go.
I'll let you hang on to that. Just hang on a second.
Transmutation, sorry.
Okay, so I look at the lay of the magic on the stone, and I try to see, is it telling me anything? Like, push here, or do I see like the aura is stronger, or there's any kind of essence to the magic that I can interact with it? I run my hands over the stone. I run my hands where Grudge indicated, and I guess I feel the contour of the stone there.
Do you place your hand on there as well?
I do.
So as you see it, it glows brightest where the palm print is, but seems like vines of magic caress all of the walls here. And but as you place your hand on the stone, nothing happens. It seems that you are not the one to unlock this door.
It's locked. It's protected by a spell. Protected by something strong, I think. If I could just dispel it, but I'm not that kind of wizard. What can I say?
I, however, am that kind of cleric. So, Bree, can Lagavulin do an insight check to see if he did a dispel magic, if that would nullify everything, or if he could massage the magic so it just nullifies the locking mechanism, so to speak.
Roll me an insight check, and I will give you the information that you need as you ponder over this strange handprint.
Is anyone touching the handprint right now?
No one is touching the handprint right now.
It's like right there in there.
And Loire lays his proper hand on it and tries to go from the lowest to the highest octave in the range of singing scales in Elvish.
As you are rolling this insight check and you are contemplating how this works, Dan Loire, the half-elf, places his hand on the stone and begins to sing. And as you're contemplating whether or not you would be able to dispel this magic, the power of the bardic half-elf begins to take effect. Fire, you see the pulsating glow as Dan Loire's voice raises in pitch. And as he reaches the highest of pitch from the lowest of pitch, the ground begins to move, the wood begins to warp, and where the carpet is, you see shaking movement as the rug actually sinks below the ground, leading to a stairwell.
Lagavulin says, I found it.
Grudgy's standing there with two drow hands going, bugger him.
You took both hands?
Yeah. I didn't know which one was supposed to use.
Don't know right or left. Gotta think about it.
Yeah. Gotta think ahead. Oh, got one of those as well.
Excellent. So do you make your way down the stairs?
Yeah. Dancer, you gonna check for traps and stuff? Make sure we're not gonna run into anything nasty?
Sure. Yeah, he'll cautiously lead the way.
Cautiously lead the way you do. You make your way down into a strange chamber.
Oh, bugger.
seem to be made from the stone below itself, with strange elvish markings. There is a high pillar in which you stand, and from below you can see what looks like a map of the Flyness, printed on the stonework below. Time has aged some of this area, cracks being formed. Perhaps this building has been around far longer than the Belivar family has been using it. 3 great stone statues stand in the corners of this room, and in the center of the mapped area on the ground is a solitary table where you spot 2 boxes, a map, papers, and a small statue.
Looks like the place, boss.
Oh, Lagavulin just hops right on over because he's totally digging the statues. Lagavulin would like to make an immediate history or insight check, something to figure out what the paperwork and the statues. First of all, what are the statues of?
The statues seem to be of some strange creature. Not man, not elvish. Certain features are elvish, but they seem so simply carved. They seem almost ancient. No eyes carved in, just deep facets. Faces with fangs. Very primitive. You can't seem to tell from what or from who these statues have come from.
What does the paperwork have to say? The documents.
Do you read Elvish?
I do.
All right. They seem to be official paperwork from the Queen of Yolande herself.
Oof.
The people in chat can't see us at all.
They can't see you at all.
Nope.
What?
What? Can they see you now?
Oh, on the map.
Map scroll.
Map.
Oh, map scroll. You know what? I'm like really good at this whole DMing thing. Maybe I should zoom out a little bit. Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
no, I was looking at our faces too. I'm like, no, I see us on my screen.
Here, I will do a few scrolling zooms to get everyone a good look of this map. Here.
Thank you, Solus.
Thank you, Solus. We couldn't do this without you.
Well, we could, but we
It
won't.
just wouldn't be as fun. All right. As you read through these correspondence, she addresses the Belivars, and the Belivars address back. There's only a handful of letters that have not been sent from the Belivar side, but it seems the Queen, Yolande herself, is thanking them for locations for specific objects in which she has been looking for herself. Thank you for the coordinations. We will send a team immediately to try and retrieve the item. One note is, from the Belivars, we have retrieved an item ourselves. Came into our possession, and we will return it to you shortly.
Are the chests locked? The boxes?
Do you pick up the chests?
Yes, Dan Loire does.
That's funny.
Do you have what you need, boss?
These are the boxes, right?
There are 2
Yeah.
boxes. One is large and seems unlocked and unlatched. The smaller box seems to be locked, and there are runic carvings all around it.
We don't open that one.
Nilly said unopened. She said return the boxes unopened.
Indeed, she did.
Do you want to gather the other stuff like the map and the papers and the small statue? And we're ready to go, I guess?
No, absolutely.
So I guess Dan Loire goes to pick up the small box.
Wait
I
a
would-
second. You're going to just check. Use caution. Use some caution.
No. I think he said he picked up the small box.
Oh, he totally did.
I know.
He
He
screwed us all
You
over.
walk up
But you
and
heard
you
me say it. It's right. The voice of caution. So
Yeah, as you pick up this small box, Fire goes, whoa, wait. And as whoa, wait comes out, Dan Loire, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
There we go.
Old school. I love it.
Excellent.
well done.
8.
That's got it. That's got to stand for something. I mean, that's
Yeah, it stands for boom. Oh,
As you pick up this box, a concussive force hits your brain. All you can see is darkness as the tendrils of evil cover your mind. You know what evil is like, Dan Loire, but you have never felt an evil force quite as pervasive as the one that is coursing through you. Kill your friends, destroy it all, hurt everything. The pain is unlike anything you've ever felt before, as the box falls from your hands instinctively. The small statue that sits in front of you disappears.
That's not good.
oh well, that's bad.
And when it disappears, I would like everyone else to roll me a perception check.
Crap.
Ooh, well, the two respective captains, you sense it immediately. The statue to the southeast shifts
Whoa.
and begins to move, and you hear the creaking of stone.
Golem.
What are you doing here? Booms through the room.
we are returning what belongs to the Queen of the Elves.
These boxes do not move.
Lagavulin smiles for a second and says, "Oh, they do for the High Queen of the Elves. Gentlemen, take the boxes out of here, please."
Boss? Quick word. Is Fire wearing that lovely helmet of hers?
Yes. Her hat is her helmet.
Okay.
Her fancy hat.
Grudge just grabs both boxes. Now,
Grudge, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
wisdom save. 11.
You take 20 points of psychic damage
Boom.
I don't let go.
as an evil energy courses through you. Your body aches. Your body hurts. If you don't let go, roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Dude.
Oof, 13.
This time you take 14 points of damage, but are able to hold on to the box. As you do, you feel a burning on your chest as a pervasive thought hits your mind. You're working for the wrong team, dwarf.
Screw you. I scream, get us out of here!
And as you do that, the statue charges.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
In your
So what does that
direction. And as it charges, you can once again let me clear the turn order, as there are no more assassins. You can roll initiative.
Bing, bing, bada, bing.
Yes!
Wow.
You are quite honestly an expert at rolling.
Crap.
Crap.
Yeah.
Golly.
All right, and as this creature charges in your direction, it screams, "No one touches my family's heirlooms." And Dan Loire, you can react
And it's just that one right now?
right now.
Okay, so Dan Loire's going to move over and give him a little taste of my shiny rapier.
The shiniest of rapiers.
Will a 25 hit?
A 25 will hit.
And 32 points of piercing.
And as you pierce into the stone of this creature, you realize it does not do quite as much damage as you would have hoped it would.
Correct.
And as you swing into it, "I'm already dead, fool. You can't hurt me twice."
And that'll be his turn.
Excellent. Fire.
So I say, everybody, to me, quickly. And I run forward to the table and I scoop up everything I can grab there, the map, the papers, whatever I can grab. And then I look around to my compatriots and I'm ready to activate my helmet as soon as everybody is close to me. They need to get closer.
So you use your turn to prepare an action.
Correct. My action is a delay, and my delay is to use my helm of teleportation to teleport out of here as soon as they're close enough. They know they need to get to within 10 feet of me. We've done this before,
A time or two, I believe.
I think.
Well, this sacred statue approaches and slams twice into Dan Loire. A 19 to hit. Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong attack. Sorry, let me re-roll because it's only fair. A 24 to hit. You're muted, my dear.
Yeah, that's gonna hit, and I think
Holy shit.
And as it hits you, Dan Loire, you're a smart man. It hits you for 22 bludgeoning damage, and as it does, it screams, "I did not die to save my family. I did not die to let anyone steal our treasure."
Dan Noir replies that we're here at the request of Nili Bolivar.
Roll me a persuasion.
Yay!
He's not good at that.
Hey.
Bread and butter.
A 20 persuasion. As the creature goes to make its multi-attack,
Ugh.
raising its arm above its head to slam
Oh my
its
God.
arms deep into your skull, it hesitates. For just a moment. The stone statue begins to crumble. And at the table appears a small stone statue that moves
Whoa.
and looks to you, Dan Loire. Who sent you?
Nili Bolivar.
You're muted, James.
You're muted, James.
And in my best approximation in Nili's voice, he says, Nili did, of course. Fucking thank you.
She was a vile kid. Why would Nili come now?
I believe she wishes to put her brother to final rest.
The statue freezes for a moment in a new angle, looking like a statue, before moving again. I can't rest. I've been sworn into my afterlife to guard. No one can free me. Can they?
Free you? How do we free you?
I played the bagpipes in my life, and I took care of a 10-year-old girl. Do you think I'm an expert in the magics of death and undeath? I am here to guard 2 boxes.
Who are you? What is your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Well, I'm Crane.
Well, Crane, if you're here to protect the boxes, it seems it's time for you to rest now as we take them to your sister. I believe you have permission now to go and wait for your parents to come to your arms.
My parents. Are they still alive? Do you know?
They're safe with Nilly in the Elvish Kingdom. Well, not with Nilly now, but she took them to the Elvish Kingdom.
The only way to send me back, I suppose, is to defeat me, to kill me. Can you kill the undead? I'm unsure.
And looking over at Lagavulin, in Elvish, he says, "You know that thing you were trying to do upstairs?"
I can.
This little statue, like walking and talking.
It is walking and talking. It no longer looks statuesque, an animated stone of sorts.
Maybe you want to go to see Nilly?
I can't leave this space.
But we can take you. You can't leave, but we can take you.
I know not what that means.
We can remove you from this place of your curse. You do not have to leave. We will take you to your sister.
The creature makes no noise, kind of cocks its stony head to the side, eyes glowing with some form of energy within.
Lagavulin will gingerly reach down to scoop up the statue.
You do not have to make a wisdom save.
Let's see if this works, shall we?
Come a little closer, Grudge.
You all ready?
Well, wait. Before we do that, why don't I just try to walk up the stairs first? That way we don't teleport and he's still stuck here.
I guess we can go try outside.
Let me just walk out real quick, see if that works. If it does, then we'll definitely teleport out.
We all can go.
Do you stay close to Grudge?
Oh yeah.
As long as you remain close to the box, it seems as this creature is able to pass up the stairs of the threshold with you.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice.
All right. Fire, if you will be so kind, dear.
Alrighty, I guess we're on our way. Everybody all together now. And I raise my hands, and then there's a glow. There's a glow that comes from the helmet, first from the eyes, and then overwhelms the helmet, and then there's a flash. And after the flash, any spirit, any bird, any mouse that remained behind and observed saw us just flash out of existence. There was a pop in the air, and we were gone. There's a little swirl of dust behind.
Excellent. And where do you return?
I think we returned to the outskirts of town, not far from where we left Nilly, just into the trees, just a short ways. An easy walk.
An easy walk, yes. And you can walk in, forgetting the fact that you've abandoned a few horses. You
Whatever.
can deal with that later. But you were able to walk back into town. You were able to walk back to the inn. Grudge, you feel exhausted. If you think your night was exhausting, you know nothing like the exhaustion you feel right now. It is painful just carrying this box. You are muted, my dear.
All right.
I can't hear you.
I said I'm a dwarf. I'm used to pain.
Ah, glutton for punishment. And as you enter, I'm guessing the tavern with 2 boxes.
Yep. Dump them straight in front of Nilly and say, "You pick the fucking things up next time."
And a map and some papers and bring them up.
Come with me, come with me.
Oh.
She scoops up both of the boxes with ease and walks up the stairs into a small room.
Cut her hands off and brought them with her.
And as she walks into the room, you notice she's wearing something slightly different than what she was wearing before. She's wearing a crown upon her head. And as she walks into the room with all of these boxes, the first one she opens is the large box, unlocked. And there is a simple flute within there. Elegantly carved, non-elvish but sylvan in marking. The second box, covered in the runes and locks, she places her hand on it, almost casting the spell knock, it seems, as all of the locks fall apart. As she opens it, all of you feel a wave of nausea. It is painful. It makes you want to fall to your knees and sleep right where you are. And over her shoulder, you see a single
What is that?
black gem. And as she turns to face you, she smiles. Her eyes are not the same as ones you remember when she spoke to you, but rather red. And in a solitary gem upon her crown, you see the energy, what looks like a small form, beating against it. She smiles at you. Good boys. Very good boys. And that is where we're going to end today's episode.
Oh, God.
Rise of the Dark Queen.
Already suckered. Already.
Suck it into it.
Rise of the Dark Queen, Keys and Keepers. Thank you, boys, for playing with me today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you liked our introductory episode into the game. By the time you see me next, we will decide whether or not you get your bags of holding back, and whether or not you ever see this mysterious elven woman again. Because as you fall to your knees and the darkness succumbs to you, what happens next? Who knows? Who knows? But this has been a wonderful game. Once again, thank you, boys, for playing with me. It's great. It's wonderful. So grateful to have you guys. So grateful for the Greyhawk channel and everything that it comes. We're going to go around, say who you are, how you're feeling, where we can find you. We are going to go back to the players menu so we can get a good old view of your faces. And we are going to start with James, Avatar of Wrath.
Hello, I'm Avatar of Wrath across social media, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Sometimes I'm James. Today I was playing Danlawar bent over. That's kind of interesting. Not even a drink. Not even a drink. So this was a pretty fun first session, carrying over the storyline with a new DM, new showrunner. So definitely we've all kind of been interested to see where Bree would take us, and unfortunately we got a little dark glimpse into that today, and what other misfortunes and missteps we make in the future, I guess we'll have to see. Thank you, Bree.
Thank you so much. We'll see where this takes us. We'll see where this takes all of you. Hopefully it is still with the 1,000 gold. Let's hope this elvish woman keeps her word. Next up on the runners, our very good friend Wu-Tang.
I am, make sure I'm not deleted or
You're not muted this time.
muted, right? I am Wu-Tang Piglet. I am playing Lagavelin, the half-elf cleric of Bakab, the god of magic. I am extremely excited about this because Bree's tying in some things from the Return to Greyhawk show. So if you haven't watched that series of events, you definitely need to watch that. I'm almost speechless. I'm as giddy as a fat kid in a candy store.
Giddy as Gideon.
Yeah. That's it. I'm just excited.
Wonderful. I'm so glad. Thank you. Next up we have our good friend Kenneth Lee.
Kenneth, also known as Grudge, the lunatic dwarf, who is enamored with the larger lady. Oh, yes. But yeah, that was brilliant. I did not see that coming. Damn. Damn it. Damn it all. It's good to see that Bree is being as nasty and as vicious as always. And yes, I look forward to hacking people to death at a later date. I am, as always, your humble servant, Kenneth, on Twitter and things like that.
Oh yes. You know where to find him. Always the best posts. Gotta love it. Last but not least, our good friend Sean. Geek Dice or D&D PvP.
Awesome. Those are my names in all the places. I look forward to playing game here often. Also, you can find me on Stella Luna's channel, periodically playing. I think the next couple Fridays I'll be playing a sci-fi D&D game over there. So definitely drop on by and never have enough D&D. I tell you, this is the kind of game that we're looking for, Bree. So we are so glad. I think we now are on notice. We better bring our A game, boys. So thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys so much. And I am NPC Bree, Witch Queen of the Greyhawk channel. I'm so excited to be taking over the show. So excited to be playing this game with these boys. You can find me on other games on the channel. Just keep an eye out or follow me on Twitter to see my schedule. Again, thank you all so much for coming to hang out with us on this wonderful Sunday. And we will see you next week, hopefully, to see what these boys get into next. Until next time, stay gray.
Stay great.